we go. Let me go into this thing.
What's up, everybody? Live with Simply Inspiring, another edition, another blessed day. I'm sure God has taken care of everybody. We're about ready to get the show started. Matter of fact, I'm sure God has taken care of everybody, because if you got eyes and you can see what we're doing right now, you've been blessed. Doesn't matter if you realize it or not, you've already been blessed. And the good Lord has blessed us with another great day to come on and use this platform to uplift the name of Jesus and just really have a good time, showcase all these independent artists and all the artists that you may even know already. So with that, we're going to get the show started here in about 30 seconds, but we just want to come on and say hi and just give a few people some time to get in. But I know y'all do like what y'all always do. Y'all will catch it later on in the week, but that's fine because we just want to get you whenever you get a chance to listen. How you doing, Miss Ro?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome. So you noticed the ruby red hot mic. There's nobody on there today, so
she's on there.
So
that's hot.
Yeah. So Miss Louise Dade is out today. She's handling up on some family business, and you know we support family.
Amen.
Amen. And on the gangster green, Miss Ro.
Yeah.
And on the bad boy blue, your boy Terry McGee. So we about ready to get this thing started. We got something to talk about today? I don't know, because you know I didn't get a chance to prepare this week, you know. So y'all gotta forgive me. You know, we're gonna rely today on the Holy Spirit because I don't have anything, but you know,
there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, but I know we talked a little bit about something that we kind of heard or saw on Facebook a little while ago. Apparently, there seemed to be such a problem with grown men and children.
Right.
There just seems to be such a problem with that, and you know, on the heels of the R. Kelly situation, to see it happen here in our hometown, it's just, you know, just troubling that the devil has really just dug in like that, even in the Christian community. But y'all know what I told you last week. The devil couldn't do what he's doing unless he infiltrates the church.
That's true.
So other than that,
kind of went along with what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Bible study about tempting versus temptation versus testing.
Yes, that's good.
So you know that God only tests and Satan tempts.
See, we already got some good stuff. See, we should have had the show started. So we're going to go ahead and get the show started. Because I know we're going to get carried away here in a second. And so let's go ahead and get the radio portion of the show started really quick here. And then we will get back on the subject and get back with Miss Rose so she can finish her thought. But let's go ahead and get the show started.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Simply Inspiring Show, where we just try to simply inspire you with the word from God and our awesome musical ministers. But right now, let's go ahead and get to the scripture for today. And today's scripture is Revelations. And I'm going to read Revelations 1 through 3. And this is out of the King James Version. I picked this for a reason. I'll tell you in a second. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John, who bare record of the word of God, and of the testimony of Jesus Christ, and of all things that he saw. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So key points to pay attention to here. First, God gave this to Jesus to give to John. Because there's a whole lot of junk going on out there, and I'm going to address that later, but understand, God gave that to Jesus. Jesus is already gone, because John wrote Revelation on the island of Patmos when that's where they put him at, because they tried to kill him a couple times, they couldn't, so they said, okay, we're just going to put him out here on this island and keep him away from everybody. But that's exactly where God wanted him to be, so he can give him this revelation. So that's one thing to pay attention to. Another thing is, it says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. Prophecy means something is going to happen later. That's what that's talking about. It's going to happen in the future. And the last thing is, for the time is at hand. This is proof positive, one, that Jesus knew and understood when he came on earth. He had no idea when the end of time was going to be. He said nobody knows but the Father. He said not even I don't even know. You know, so one of the things that's going around now is some of these ministers, I don't know why they call themselves ministers, are saying that Jesus has already come back again, and there is not going to be a rapture, and Jesus is not coming back again. That was it. He was talking about that time. No, he was not, because he didn't know. And he thought he knew because he read the signs too, but not understanding at that point, because he, in his humanity, not understanding that a day to us is like 1,000 years to God. And that's in the Bible. And I'm going to give you all of this throughout 2019, because I'm studying this stuff now, because I wanted to have an understanding on how all this goes. So understand that Jesus did not know when it was going to happen. That's why he always preached to stay ready. That's what Jesus preached when he was here. He always says, stay ready, because I'm gonna come back like a thief in the night, because he didn't know. He don't know when God is sending him. And the other point of that is this: he gave this to John well after Jesus was dead, and Jesus comes back to John and not correct he didn't, because he didn't make a mistake, but he gave John the correct info to pass on after he went back to heaven. He came back and God gave him permission to go talk to John and tell him these things are to come, and the time is at hand. And quick.
So it's a prophecy. It's
a prophecy. So keep in mind, because it's going to be an ongoing theme in 2019. You have got to crack the prophetic time code that God gives us. It's in the Bible, and I'm studying this thing, and it's just blowing my mind, because once you study that, the Bible predicted exactly when Jesus was coming, when he was going to be crucified, and so with that information, and it was all correct, and it told us what the end times was going to be like, how crazy it's going to be. A government shutdown. Okay, all right, y'all, that's not paying attention. They think this is going to go on forever. All that led me to believe, well, this prophecy that he gave John has to be real too. That he is sending Jesus back at some time. So read the whole book of Revelation. He is sending Jesus back to come and get the church. So I just wanted to get that out there, and then we're going to get back to Rose's subject, Miss Rose. So did you have any input on just that Revelation verse? And I don't know if you hear, because I study religion all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I study religion as well. Also, digging into the Bible, we talk about relationship as well. And I'm just more on like focusing on what God has planned, meaning that whatever is going on, your circumstance around you, then you always have to remain focused and continue to stay prayed up. That's surrounding you, because if we focus more on what's going on, then you'll get distracted, and instead of being in relationship, and that's where that's so important. That's so important, more important than, even though we have a lot of stuff going on with the government shutdown, and people do need to pay attention about that, because what I was talking about actually related to a kind of a conversation like, okay, well, we were talking about R. Kelly, right? Well, everybody was so focused on R. Kelly, but then you're not really seeing what's going on with your surroundings. What these elderly people don't have Social Security. They're not getting any funds. People don't have food. You know, government is shut down. They don't have money. They're not getting paid. That's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so what y'all think was to be, I got to be careful when I say this, to be our president, and I've been saying this for a long time, is because is that you have to be careful on who you put in position of this world. And a lot of people just thought, the ones who voted for him, I want to know their reaction now, because this could be your mom without money right now. This could be.
It affects every family.
It affects every family. Every family.
In the United States.
In the United States, you know, even though sometimes here in Dallas or Texas alone, we kind of don't get the effect of some other things because where we are and who we have over here. But this affects us too now. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, we just got to be careful, and we also got to be mindful, and we also got to stay prayed up and really stay in reading our word and digesting it and applying it to our life. But the one thing I did want to say is that if we really studied effectively like we're supposed to and really digest and apply it, when we're talking about prophecy, having the gift of prophecy, just imagine on how when God said we have gifts, and those that have the gift of prophecy did exactly what they were supposed to do.
So, and we're going to tie all of that in 2019, because all of this is prophecy. I mean, have you ever noticed whenever we have a government shutdown or some kind of issue with the government, there's always some sort of superstar or something else happens to deflect attention. And that's it's done intentionally. And it's prophetic. And I'm going to prove that this year, that all this stuff is not coincidence.
Well, I mean, if the Simpsons can prove that. They didn't very accurate on a lot of stuff.
And I always say that's the enemy is so deceitful, and he deceives in so many ways. I think he taunts stuff like that on purpose. I think he gives people like the creators of the Simpsons. I think he gives them those ideas, and then he laughs at it when it comes to fruition. You know, because people are like, oh man, we seen that on the episode of the Simpsons. Like, the devil. I'm telling you, this guy is something else. You know, I mean, when he digs in, he digs in. I mean, and the closer you are to God, the more he digs in. And that's why if he can't get to you, guess what? He going to try to get to you through your family and through loved ones. That's what he does. You know, like we said, this shutdown affects every family in the United States. Everybody got some grandparents or elderly uncles and aunts.
I mean, you're not getting something. But not only that, is, just think about it now. Like, that's TSA in the airport. You know what I'm saying? So that could be the most scariest time if you don't have employees checking anything. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have the employees.
Well, somebody said somebody snuck a gun in somewhere.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's very scary, but what is we to do as children of God? We ought to pray. These are the times to be praying and fasting.
You got to pray, because I mean, this guy is saying that he's not moving, and he said he's prepared for this to last for years. And I'm flying to the Stellar Awards in March, and I got to make sure I stay prayed up, because I'm not getting on the plane nervous. I'm gonna get on the plane prayed up with the full understanding if something happened, my heart and soul belongs to God.
I pray the Lord's will go along with this presidency, and I'm actually asking for impeachment.
Yeah.
And I'm praying digitally for that. I'm just being honest. I'm so being honest.
Yeah.
That's the only honest I can be right now. I'm praying for impeachment.
And I'm praying. I'm praying just the opposite. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the next guy that's gonna take his place is much smarter and can pull off the same stuff without being so obvious.
Well,
I'm more scared of Pence than Trump, because they think alike. They got the same agenda, and and I'm not a political guy. Period.
I'm not.
I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican, because I think. Let me tell you, because I know.
So you're liberal.
No, I'm
you're not nothing.
Nothing, because I know that the beast and Antichrist, one comes from it's going to come from the church or the Christian, or a lot of people think it's the Vatican. So there's going to be one of them is going to be tied to religion, and the other one is tied to politics. So
right.
So I'm watching everything.
Well, see, and that's the reason why everybody used to say, "Hey, politics and religion go hand in hand." And where did it stem from? In God we trust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like one nation under God.
Yeah.
So if you can't have the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already took one nation under God out of that. And when you took the Pledge of Allegiance out of the schools, and when you took certain things out of the schools, then that's where it all fell through. Yeah. And that was one thing that I started to notice when they started taking things out of the school.
Yeah. And we're going to get back to that, but right now let's go ahead and get a little music in. Let's take a musical break. I'm yours, Casey J. And speaking of a Stellar Awards, she was a Stellar Award winner in the past. So here she is with I'm Yours right here
on the Simply Inspiring Show.
All right, y'all. We off and running. We off and running. So this is a good subject. And I can't even begin to tell you in my studying, because I'm studying a lot of stuff, not just prophecy, but I go on YouTube a lot to see what some of these ministers and preachers and what they're preaching. And I'm telling you, it's some scary stuff. You got ministers and preachers out there that's preaching that there's no hell. You got them out there preaching there will be no rapture. You got them out there preaching that Jesus is not coming back. You got them preaching that he's already came back. Mm-hmm. You got them preaching that everybody is supposed to be rich. I'm telling you, it's a bunch of mess that's going on out there.
Like they're supposed to be,
and some even think that we still are under the law. I mean, it's so scary out there. If you're not reading your Bible,
under the law.
My goodness, it says it
God.
specifically. I can't remember which book it is.
Now, you're supposed to obey the laws of your land, but we're not under the law.
We're not under the law. We don't have to kill sheep and goats and get turtle doves and all that. You don't do all that stuff no more. You don't have to go through a priest like some religious believers. You have to go through a priest to get the guy. No.
Now, I do believe this though. Because we do have our own choice. Like God gave us choice. Mm-hmm. And he gave us free will and choice to do whatever it is. So like when people choose to live a certain way, or they choose mentally, their mindset saying like, okay, well, people that always speak things in the atmosphere, I'm real big on that. They, out the mouth, you speak whatever, it's powerful. Your tongue is powerful. And if you keep saying, oh, I'm broke, well, you know what, honestly, that's what you're gonna be.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or just like, it was like, even if a person can't go start their own business, or they can't do that, or it's something that, because I do believe in the favor of God, you know what I'm saying? Like, God have things that he can do that no man can't do. And that's meaning, like, I don't care if you're like I've seen it where I don't care if your credit score was lower than what, but a person got into the house, but you could say, hey, you know what, God did that. Yeah. God did that. Because favor of God. Now, us being rich, everybody being rich, you should think that you're rich because you're rich in spirit.
Yes, and that's where the disconnect come in.
Like they believe, like I'm gonna be rich for real. No, you're rich in spirit. Like you're rich in spirit.
Everybody's supposed to be comfortable. We're not supposed to want for anything.
Right.
So
he didn't have his children like that.
Yeah, so when I say rich, everybody wasn't meant, or nor does everybody want to be a millionaire. I'm okay if I pay off all my bills at the end of the month and I got $1 left over. I'm happy. I'm okay. I'm good with it. If I'm doing it without working, or without a 9 to 5, I can do all that without a 9 to 5 and still have $1 left over at the end of the month. I'm happy. I don't have to be a billionaire, but there are some people that want to be billionaires,
and they're chasing. See, and that's where it says, when they say the love of money, because people get that wrong. The love of money is the root of all evil. Now, if you're chasing money for that particular reason, then it's a problem. Yeah. Because I want to be a billionaire. No, honestly, to me personally, I don't have to chase after money, but I can sit there and say, hey, Lord, I can sit comfortably in me saying, because it will be able, because some people's minds and hearts, and they know their heart, I want to be able to give more.
Oh, me too.
So that means that if I'm praying for a particular amount, that means that he knows my heart is because I want to be that giver. I want to be able to say, hey, you know what? I can't pay my rent this month because I hear from God and be like, you need to help this woman out with this situation. Or if this child don't have no food to eat for school, I want to be able to pay their meal for their school. Yeah. That's where I want to be, comfortably at. Yeah. And I've already spoke to God about that amount, but you know what I'm saying? So that's where I look at it as. Now, if it was for some reason selfishly saying, I want to do this because I want to go buy this, and this, and I'm going to do this with this, then, I'm only looking at it on a money aspect, and that's not God.
And we'll talk about that a little more when we bring the radio audience back in, because we're going to do something throughout this year to hopefully to bless somebody in December or throughout the year, and just to be a blessing,
Yes.
It's cool, y'all come and you sit and listen to us here, and,
we want to be a
think
blessing.
It's a nice program, but we want to really be a blessing. And God isn't doing for us in 2019 what he's doing just so we can just have more people to talk to. No, I think he reads our hearts and knows that each and every one of us want to do more in the giving aspect, going to visit McDonald House, the Ronald McDonald House, and the Children's Hospital. I want to do all of that in 2019. I just want to be a blessing to people, and that's what we're going. That's what we're going to do. And the first steps into doing that we've already taken, and we'll talk about that, like I said, when we bring the radio crowd back in. But 2019 is definitely going to be a different year for Simply Inspiring. We're going to be a blessing.
We're going to be a blessing. I'm already going to claim it that we're going to start it by next month because that's something I plan to do. Yeah. On the Christian hip hop side. Yeah. So y'all look out for that because I want to do it as in a whole, but I feel that we can do something every month. And that's something that's a goal of mine every month. So I want to make sure that people like and share it to your friends because I want to be able to give something every single month from the radio station. So.
Yeah, make sure you advertise that too on social media.
I am starting next month.
Yeah. We're gonna
next month. I have a feeling next month. It's going to be every month though.
Right now.
I
don't think you guys in Facebook can hear the music right now, but it's Casey J, I'm Yours. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is an awesome love song to God. And she said she got a part in there where it says, it doesn't mean nothing if it's not tied to your heart. Well, you can say, tell God whatever you want to, but God's reading your heart. So if it ain't there, it's just floating out there in whatever room you're sitting in, because God knows real. We can't fool God, and there's a lot of disobedient Christians right now that think they can fool God, but God is not fooled. Even when I sin, and I know I did it. I'm not perfect, so I always ask God for forgiveness of the sin of thought, the lust of the eyes, and any action, anything that I've said to anybody. I want to make sure that I stay covered, so I'm not taking anything for granted. I don't know how literal God is, but I'm gonna take him as being 100% literal. So even if I done got so bad now, even if I tell a joke and there's a lie type of joke, I just got so to the point. Man, I better apologize. God might be he might be completely literal with it. So that's where I'm at right now. So because I like to have fun and I like jokes and I like to do stuff like that, But so let me double check. I'm gonna check with the Lord. I say, hey, God, forgive me of my sins of the thought, the lust of the eyes. Because Jesus said, if you commit adultery, that's a sin. But Jesus said, if you look at a woman or a man, because nowadays I'll leave that alone. That's another topic for another time. But he said, if you look lustfully at another person, he said, you've already committed sin.
Right.
So I'm not blind, and you're not blind. Nobody in here is blind. When you see somebody that looks nice, you look. So is that the lust of the eyes? If you just look, I don't know, but I pray about it. So I don't know, because I'm not taking no. Hey, I ain't taking no chances with God. Because eternity is a long time, and God got a long time to just sit back and just listen to you. And let me show you this right here. Why you do that?
Yeah.
I just
now, when they talk about the lust of the eye, that can be anything, for as like when we talk about lust of money, lust of the eye, like lust of anything, like even, I know these days we talk about how either it goes a woman looking at another woman, a woman looking at another man when she's married, a woman looking at, even a man looking at, all that.
Yeah.
But it's also goes to the point is just like when they say the lust of the eye is that you've already committed the act. Like say if you're married, you committed the act already, as if in the Old Testament that you committed the act of adultery already if you're married, just looking at another woman in that way, or that woman looking at another man in that way, sexually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's like, whoa, but so what do you do in that situation? Me personally, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, back in my day, I was one. I'm like, ooh, he's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got older, it's just like, okay, but it's...
You can just appreciate God's good work now.
Yeah, it's like, he's a nice looking guy. It don't make me want to sit there and be like, oh yeah, let me take you home or something.
I ain't trying to get with you. I'm just acknowledging it's nice.
It's a nice work of art, what I'm saying? Like, he molded you to be something great, but...
Yeah, it ain't like back in the day. I ain't gonna chase you down look and ask for your number, and I ain't gonna follow you and try none of the slick tricks.
These days, what I'm saying? We have to go back to R. Kelly thing.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff is coming out these days.
Yeah.
You gotta say to yourself, like, no.
And that's one thing I always pray that I stay in my Christian likeness, Christ-like, and that don't let me drop the ball on this. Don't let me drop the ball on this. But if I do, don't follow me. Follow the word. Yeah, don't follow. But man will fall. Like I said 1,000 times. I don't have a problem with any preacher, pastor, or whatever. If he fall, admit he fell, get back up, and.
But he has to. One thing he has to admit it.
He has to admit it. But if they fall and stay down there and act like they didn't do anything, well, yeah, I got a problem with you. Now I got a problem. Just because you're leading people grown, you know, and I can't follow behind no example like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you are sincere, and you don't have to apologize to me, you know, if you say you've apologized to God and admitted that you did wrong, and you apologize to God, that's good enough. You don't have to apologize to each and every person. You know, yeah, that's when they get in front of church. I can't forget the famous couple years ago that got busted. They out in front of the church crying and asking for forgiveness from the church. No, because the church can't forgive sin. You know, so. All right, y'all, we're getting ready to bring our radio audience back in about 30 seconds here. You know, if you guys ever got any questions or anything, or you're artists, email us at thesimplyinspiringshow@gmail.com. If it's hip hop, put that in the subject, and Miss Rowe will get that and she'll get back to you. And everybody else, myself or Sister Louise Day, to get back with you.
Yes.
So, all right, y'all, we getting ready to come back in. Actually, we're gonna be here.
We are back.
We are back right here on the Simply Inspiring
Show.
So what you just heard right now, what you're hearing is Dana Hemphill, and she is an awesome music minister out of the Dallas, Texas area, and she is really doing great things. Her and her husband started a church here a few years ago, and the song is My Offering, before I forget, but they started a church a few years ago, the Link Church in Dallas. If you get a chance, actually, I think that's in Irving. It's in Irving, which is a suburb of Dallas. If you get a chance, go visit the Link Church with the Hemphills, Pastor Hemphill and First Lady Hemphill out there. Tell them the Simply Inspiring Show sent you. So if you're out in the Irving area and you see the Link Church, they're very approachable. Go talk to them and introduce yourself and tell them we sent you. But welcome back, radio audience. We've been talking to the Facebook audience while y'all was gone, and we were talking about, one of the things we were talking about is in 2019 we want to be a giving station. We don't want to just have people just listening to us, you know, because there's a million internet stations out there and a lot million internet shows, but we want to be a blessing to the community.
Yeah, in the community.
Yes, and the community is whoever listening to this, no matter where you're at, because we are now in Trinidad. So even if you're in Trinidad and what we're doing, if it could bless you in any kind of way, you can hit us up as well. But we're going to be doing a lot of things. Miss Rowe has some things that's near and dear to her heart that she wants to do.
Well, yeah, I really want to start doing a giveaway for the Christian hip hop. Really just like a trivia, you know. I saw something that inspired me by one of my friends or whatever, but I wanted to start doing that. Kicking it off like February, and I'm gonna start promoting it, and it's gonna be every month that we're gonna do it. That we're gonna start giving away. I want to do gift cards.
Okay.
I might do something different. Like, I mean, you could be a gift card just with money, or it could be a food gift card. It could be something, and we're gonna start it off like that. And so make sure that y'all listen. Make sure you go share it to your people, because anybody can participate. But the thing is, this is a catch. You're gonna have to know Christian hip hop trivia. So you're definitely gonna have to know Christian hip hop trivia. That so you can win.
Yes. We'll be doing more stuff as well throughout the month. And if you want to help, if you want to be a part of this, we are rebuilding the website, because I built the original one and I didn't like it. That's why I never promoted it. So now I got somebody that know what they're doing, building the website, and on there will be a donate option to donate to the show. And trust me, if you know me, you know my heart, it ain't going in our pockets. It's going to go out to help the community. And if there's any funds left at the end of the year, we're going to maybe take some gifts over to the Children's Hospital and bless some children over there. So So you don't have to be in front of a mic or a camera to be a blessing.
Right.
You know, you can give if you want to, if that's in your heart. You know, but that's one thing we're never gonna push. Matter of fact, I don't think we've never even talked about donations or anything
for the radio station.
Yeah,
we never talked about donations for the radio station at all.
We fund the station out of our own pockets.
Yeah.
You know, so that's something I take care of. So
now,
you never gonna get that. you never gonna get that. I need your money to keep the station, to keep the show going.
No.
I don't need your money for that.
No.
God takes care of that for me. So don't worry about that. You know. But we just want to bless people.
People, right? So this is like, I guess, the news section of the thing.
Yeah, you can say that.
No, but in other areas, you know, we're going back and forth. Hey, I will say this: go support indie artists. It doesn't matter where you're at, the locations across the United States. You need to go support your indie artists. I don't care if they're just doing the singing or even, like I say, Christian hip hop. We need to support the indie artists at all times. I will say that, like, even like the concerts and stuff like that, I was going to bring up that I saw. I was like, yes, I'm going to support your Christian artists that are in concerts. I know that, you know, as soon as somebody say big, like, oh, Beyonce got a concert, we're buying tickets automatically.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a favorite Christian artist, make sure that you go support them as well as like you hop and jump and skip and go support somebody else. Like one of the concerts, the tours I got excited about. I see a lot of people that are on tour, but I actually saw Lecrae had another tour going on. And he had Andy Mino, he had Tadashi on there, he has KB, he has Tripoli, he has, and you know, I think this might be going on there. So it's like, that's something that I'm going to support because they're coming to Dallas, I will be there. You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that. We need to start supporting the people that we like in our down times. You know, a lot of people, you know, we're up to jump and be like, oh, I'm gonna go listen to this, you know, song that gets me up and beat or whatever. But, you know, during your circumstances, those trials, you listen to gospel music and those artists could be here, and go support them.
Yep, that's right. And speaking of support, we plan on being in Vegas at the Stellar Awards. We'll be there. The Stellar Awards is on a Friday this year. So
yeah,
don't let it slip that it's not on Saturday like it has been. Mm-hmm. It's on a Friday. So everything shifted by a day. So the showcases are a day early. So if you went to a Friday showcase last year, that showcase is probably going to be on Thursday this year. If you went to a Thursday showcase, that showcase is probably going to be on the Wednesday, like Uncle G's showcase, which is one of the ones that I endorse. I make sure I hit that. So I will be at Uncle G's showcase. You can hit him up at Greg Lyons if you're an artist and you want to be seen. Uncle G always have a whole lot of media types at his showcase. So that's one of the showcases that I endorse. Another one that I endorse is and I'm we're a part of is the Praise Factor showcase. So I don't have all the information on that one yet, so I have to get that one to you next week. But that one is under the direction of Pastor T. Teresa Jordan. Mm-hmm. You can hit her up if you want more information or information on how to get on that showcase. Again, that's another one that I know for a fact that will be well represented by media types like us and other media types from every genre: TV, radio, AM, FM, internet, podcast. It's all represented. And then the Right Marketing Group, their showcase, I don't have all the information on theirs either, but I have all this information next week. But that's another showcase if you're an artist and you want to be on it, mm-hmm. Hip hop or traditional, contemporary. These are showcases that I know about, and if I get any more that come my way, I'll pass that information along. But I plan on being in Vegas the Wednesday before the Stellar Awards, and I'm going to hit these showcases up. And the Right Marketing, I think they even have a bowling night after their showcase. You go bowl, and I might bring a gift card with me to that. See if anybody beat me, I might give you a $25
gift card.
You can beat me.
say shout out to Sonia Bond Perkins.
Hey, what's up, my friend?
Hey, shout out to her.
We have to get you back in here so you can update us on what's going on and what you're doing. So she was one of our guests one time.
Oh yeah,
yes,
I remember.
Yeah, so hey.
And I mean, but upcoming, we do have a lot of people that want to come back to the show, which I'm amazed at that. Like
that's a blessing.
That's a blessing when people
Thank
be
you,
like, "Hey, I want to come back."
Yeah.
So. Deja times 2 hit us back up saying we need to come back.
I'm gonna come back.
We got them scheduled to come back to interview with us, which that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And
well, that's good. Yeah, we want to. If you ever been a guest on the show, just hit us back and let us know that you want to come back and email us at the Simply
Inspiring. The Simply Inspiring Show at gmail.com.
Yeah, hit us up there and we'll get you on. You know, come in here, sit down, and then let's just chat and be good friends and praise the Lord together. We're gonna get back into the music as our time is getting short, so we want to get a couple more artists in. Who we got up? Well, we're gonna get Lamar Campbell. More than anything, that's my brother, man. I'll tell you, I love Lamar Campbell. This dude is for real. He's a really down to earth guy. So we're gonna get his song played next. Then we're gonna get one of the two gospel hip hop artists we got. We're gonna
do Andy Mino Legend.
Okay, we'll do Andy Mino Legend first, and then we'll come back. Then we'll close out with Evan and who?
Eris.
Evan and Eris. So that's the hip hop queen of me. I just know I like the songs. I don't know who be singing them, but keep it like right here on the
Simply Inspiring Show.
All right, y'all. It's about to go down. That's all I can tell you in 2019. You know, we just had Thizzle on last week. We talked to him.
Yes.
I'm going to. Because the interview went long with him because it was so
we need
interesting.
A series.
It was so interesting. So it was too long to put in the hour show. So what I'm going to do on that one is over the weekend I'm going to create a separate podcast for that, just for that interview because it was awesome and he shared a lot of things with us that he hadn't shared with nobody
else. So we got an exclusive.
And now, to me, it's a blessing to hear that he's going to go be on tour. That means he's doing much better.
Yeah, he's way better. Like, I saw, when they put the tour out, and they was tagging Lecrae and KB and them, and they was like, this would be a good tour if they add Thizzle on there, and he's responded to it,
Yeah. Okay, I forgot to take the radio audience off. So that's why it was sounding kind of weird. I'm like, why is it sounding weird? I said, what's going on? Oh, I still had the radio audience pulled in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But this is Lamar Campbell. This dude, he's out of Indiana, man. I'm telling you. I interviewed him about 2 or 3 years ago. And he is really the dude that you hear in this song when he says, I love, yeah.
This song is my song.
Yeah. We'll talk to him again. We go back and forth on Facebook now. So he's,
I didn't know it's him. This is his song?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So he gave us an insight on why he wrote this song and what it means to him. If I can dig that interview up, I'll play the interview again, but it was a very, very inspirational interview. And Facebook, you probably can't hear it because I got to watch what I do on just the Facebook side because we also take the Facebook file and play it on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And, YouTube got the rules and stuff with music, so you can't be playing.
Yeah, you do that on Facebook too. The rules.
Yeah, and it also applies on Facebook. So sometimes y'all can hear it, sometimes you can't. Normally you hear us talking over the music, so you can't. So Facebook can't really tell if music is playing, but that's why. And we're going to a 2-hour show because an hour is just not enough to do what all we want to do. So we're looking forward to that, and it's hard to concentrate with this song playing. If you know the song, it's I love you, Jesus.
I worship and adore you. Just want to
tell you
that I love you more than anything. I love that song.
Yeah. Now y'all see why I'm a DJ or announcer. Yeah, but that song is awesome.
I worship and that song, yeah.
I forget the name of what's the name of his church out there in Indiana? I see it every week. I have to look that up, but yeah, in Indiana, and get a chance. Mount Carmel, is it? Mount Carmel, I think is the name of his church out there in Indiana. You know, so that's my reward for doing this show. We get to meet people like this. You get to talk to Thizzle, and you get to talk to Lamar Campbell, and you get to talk to Casey J, you get to talk to Anthony Brown.
Yay!
And there's going to be more that we talk to. Everett Drake, you know, he's been Dr. Bobby Jones' sidekick forever. You know, we get to talk to these type of people. So I'm not even going to get on here and tell that lie that I need your money to keep this show going. No, God takes care of the show.
Yeah.
But we want to go above and beyond just doing the show because God gave us this platform to do this show. But we want to go above and beyond and show some love to God's people because somebody really don't believe God is still being God because that's another thing that's being preached out there. God doesn't
supply.
Yeah, He doesn't answer prayers.
And He doesn't answer prayers.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it is so scary out here. I'm watching these YouTubes and you know of all these different pastors. I just like to see what people think.
You got this younger generation that it's like I did this. You know, I did this on my own. I did this, and it's like no, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of scary because it's like it's more of a selfish thing than selfless thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people got to remember that it's not about us. It's all about Him. Like things that we do, we don't do it for us. We do it for others. Like I told you, I heard this thing one time. It says family. Like what is the acronyms of family? What is it? It says forget about me. I love you.
Yeah.
So. Is that him?
That's him.
Man, I'll be listening to this at work all the time. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that is him. And he is really that person. We just had it was he and I and Michael Anthony Johnson just interviewing and talking with him. And, you know, and if you've ever interviewed with me, you know, it turns into just a conversation. Mm-hmm. If you've ever came on the show, you know it's rarely just an interview. It turns into a conversation between friends. Mm-hmm. And we love that atmosphere. We love that atmosphere. You know, usually the only time it's really an interview is like if the guest call in. But if you come in and sit with us, first of all, you're gonna be a part-time announcer. You're gonna be on the mic too. So we get you on the mic so you can tell people what you're doing personally. Instead of what you know, it's okay and it's cool. We read your bio and what you do, but it sounds better if it's coming from you. So that's what we like. So if you want to be a guest on this show, mind you, this is a Christian-based show. So that's if it can't if you don't fit into that genre, we can't help you. We can't help you. This is a Christian-based show, and we love the Lord on the show, and we're gonna keep it that way. And ironically, the Simply Inspiring Show didn't start that way. When I first started, almost 7 years ago, started off on the secular side. And
it was called the Simply Inspiring Show? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, and I tried to change it, but Facebook wouldn't let you change it back then. I don't know if you can even change it now. You can change it now? Yeah, back then Facebook wouldn't let you. Whatever you picked, that's what you had. You can change it. But it started out, that's how it started out, and it didn't seem right. It didn't feel right. I did not want to be a wolf in sheep clothing, leading this sheep to the slaughter. When I talked to God, I didn't want him to say, you know, you was playing this song and that song and that song. And have you ever just sit there and read the lyrics to these songs and what these songs are actually saying? And I would have had at that point to say no. And that's another thing that I was disheartened to find out that in my studying Pastor, not all of them are bad. Some of them had some good stuff to say. So so I was just everybody. I just want to see how the world thinks. And one of the preachers ministers I was listening to was breaking down songs and these artists and what these was really in these songs. And oh my goodness, oh my goodness, I'm like that's what they're saying. Because normally they pull us in with the beat. If it's a nice beat, you listen to it.
Right.
And then when I started to listen to the lyrics, and then to hear how my favorite artist, oh my goodness, his stuff was so demonic. There's no way I can listen to him again. I just can't.
Your favorite artist.
I don't want to even get debate started. We can talk about that off air.
He said.
That's why I didn't put it on Facebook. I don't even want to get the debate started on this, that, and that. No.
Because I'm more of a lyricist person compared to the beat. Because I like a beat. Sometimes you just want to hear the music because you can hear the instruments, you can hear the beat, you can hear the keys playing, you can hear the guitar. But then there's days that you want to hear like fully the lyrics. Like I'm one of those ones. If I hear lyrics, I'll be like, wow, that's garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more because I can hear the lyrics first more than the music. And sometimes I just want to hear the music. Because some of these artists now, I'm just saying like, oh my gosh, like it's no. I have to say this. It's no like this new generation of music is like I couldn't call it legacy.
Yeah.
I couldn't call it something that later on I'm gonna go listen to that. No, I can't do that. I'm still listening to like old school stuff. And
well, this is what I was listening to was old school stuff.
Like
and it was,
old school, like how?
80s, 90s, even 70s. And
really?
yeah, I'll tell you about some of the groups when we get off. I'm like, oh my goodness. All I can tell you, if you like secular music, go look up the lyrics. A lot of those lyrics are demonic and they are straight up blasphemy. They're talking about God in their songs and calling them stupid in some of the songs. I'm telling you, you have got to listen to it. I mean, these are some of the favorite groups. Like I said, I grew up in the 60s and the 70s. And so those three of those.
Oh wow!
3 of those groups, I guarantee you, everybody knows exactly who they are. And I said, they broke down the music, and I'm like, this is straight up demonic. One group is into mysticism, and they say it on the record, but I never even paid attention to it. I just didn't. It was good music, and there's a preacher that broke this stuff down and had the lyrics up there, and oh my God, it was bad. I'll tell you when we come back. We can bring the
You're probably talking about Illuminati or something.
Yeah.
That's what you're probably talking about.
We're going to bring the radio audience back in, and we got about only a couple minutes, and then we got to get out of here. So, man, we'll talk more about this music business when we get to our 2-hour format. Cause this stuff, and I'm going to get some of the stuff and bring some of the lyrics to you. And,
What's this on your face? Nothing. Where's the sweat, boy? Oh, you're lucky Coach Boomer didn't give you the salt lick.
All right, we're back right here
on the Simply Inspiring show, and that was Andy Mino with Legend.
All right, Andy Mino with Legend. Hey, y'all. Y'all really want to come? Y'all gonna want to tune in later, listen to the Facebook Live broadcast, radio for the radio side that don't listen to it, or catch us on the YouTube on our. We just launched our YouTube channel, it's called Simply Inspiring on YouTube, and we're gonna put the shows on there. And go listen to them because we had some really, really good conversation with the Facebook crowd. So we just had a really great conversation with the Facebook crowd. And we're bringing it to radio as we get a chance, but on radio we're limited because of the stations that air us. Shout out to those stations. Yes Our Radio out of New York. Praise Factor out of Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
and now Joe Radio out of Trinidad. And there is another one coming aboard in about 5 weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
There is another station that's coming aboard. So the guys doing some great things with Simply Inspiring Show. So we thank everybody for listening, and that keep nominating us for awards, for more awards that I'm already hearing about. So
Amen.
appreciate it. But right now we got to get out of here. We are at our allotted time. So in closing, I just say peace, blessing, and love. And we'll see you next time.
Amen. And continue to stay prayed up through the week. And y'all have a blessed week.
And this is Evan
And Iris with Be Alright.
All right, Facebook. It's time for us to go. But if you have anything for us, you got a topic you want us to address, hit us up at the Simply Inspiring Show at gmail.com, and just tell us a topic. Pretty much, we talk about everything. We talk about everything. Yeah, there's a lot of non-Christian stuff being floated around as Christian stuff, and it's not. It's straight up blasphemy, and if you got a subject, somebody you've heard somebody talk about, and you're wondering if it's really of God or not of God, because those are the only two options we got. Either it's of God or it's not of God. There is no in between, and the enemy is convincing so many people that there is a in between. There is no in between. If I commit a sin, I don't say, well, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing it because it really don't affect anybody. It affects God because He don't want to make the rules of the game, and to finish the game, you got to play by His rules. You cannot shortcut this thing. You cannot shortcut God. Some people may call me, say that I cheat in some games, and it's not really cheating. I just learn how to manipulate the game a little better. But I'm sure my family will say something different. So it's been a blessing to have you guys on. So we are out of here, and until next week, y'all be blessed. Again, catch us on YouTube.
Amen.
Yes, our radio.
Yes.
WPGN out of Atlanta. And Joe Radio. Trinidad.